Hi there, welcome to Guilt-Free Style. Today I am going to attempt to breathe some life into this IKEA night table. It was donated a couple years ago to my son from his godparents, and we love it and appreciate it. However, I just thought I would try and update the exposed wood part by covering it with some gorgeous gold imported paper from Paper Source. It's really pretty. It has a little bit of a shine. I don't know if you can really see, maybe in the finished product, but not too much shine. And I'm going to try and achieve this with some Mod Podge and a glue brush or sponge, and I guess some scissors to cut the paper to size. Okay, so I decided that I was not going to use a ruler for this project. I'm not a huge fan of measuring. It doesn't always work, but I think I can get away with it this time. There's a drawer on the end of the table, so I'm going to leave about an inch of the paper to overlap so I can cover the lip there. And then I'm just taking a pencil and I'm feeling where the edge is, and that's going to be my guide. I'm going to trace it. There's also another piece here that lifts up, so I'm going to, again, kind of feel where that starts. I'm using just my thumb to kind of lightly form a ridge, and then I'm using the pencil to trace it. And actually there's going to be another lip there too, so I'm just going to kind of mark. Okay, so I've done a lot of cutting. I literally flipped this table on the side and then used the edge of this to make a template for this cut. And then I used this cut, traced it, and made a template for the, or made a sheet of paper that would fit the other side. Then I eyeballed, I didn't anticipate this part here and the fact that there's curves around the side, so we'll see how this turns out. Anyway, I cut, it looks like about an inch wide strip of paper, 2 of them, to cover up the edges. So the plan is to glue the top, glue the sides, and then do the edges to cover up any sort of like imperfection. And look, the most important thing is we're having fun. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Alrighty, I'm going to use a generous amount of Mod Podge on the paper first. And you don't really have to have any kind of pattern. Just slap it on with your sponge, and you have a little bit of time with Mod Podge, but I'd work quickly. So I'm going to cover the entire page right out to the edges. Okay, I'm over the bubbles. I did my best to get a smooth surface. I think it looks pretty good. If anybody asks, I'm going to say it's textured. And now I'm going to seal it with some more Mod Podge. This is the gloss finish. And I'm going to see how I like it. If I don't, I think I'll just grab the matte finish and recover it afterwards if it's too shiny. It's a water-based sealer. So in the future, when I'm ready to have some exposed pine wood in my space, I can just easily peel this off and get that nice wood finish back. Which is why I decided to cover it with paper and not paint. It's much easier to peel off paper than paint and keep the original condition intact. Now I'm wondering, as I'm painting on the ceiling finish, if it's going to buckle up a little bit more and get some more bubbles happening in there. I guess we'll see. Looking good so far. Oh, I see a bubble. Oh, I'm seeing some more texture. Guess who doesn't care? Me! Okay. 2 tips. Yes, use a ruler. And yes, have a drop cloth down, because I'm covered in glue. And so is the floor. It should be an easy cleanup because it's water-based. Now I'm about to do this side. I did the other side already. It's looking okay. And I'm definitely having fun. So that's the most important thing. So now I'm just covering this last sheet to cover the side. Oh, another tip would be, I think the reason I'm getting bubbles is because I didn't put enough glue on the paper. And so the spots that didn't have glue, of course, just kind of popped up and there was nothing for it to stick to. So now I'm being a little bit more careful with how much glue I put on everywhere. And you can see glue flying everywhere as I apply it to the sides. I'm just going to have to clean up. The other thing that's happening is I haven't washed my hands, so the brush is sticking to my fingers, as is the paper, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, here we go. Okay, and I've graduated from the book I was using to my son's California Angels ruler to smooth out the bubbles. Slightly more effective because you can cover more ground, and again, it'll be easy to clean. Once I'm done, he'll never know. Okay, looks good. I'm actually going to take a break and wash my hands because I don't think I'm going to get the top strip on otherwise. We are in the final stretch. Okay, so this is where I ran into problems. On the other side, I cut this paper with just a little bit of excess at the top and the bottom and the sides so that I could fold it over. And then the idea was that this strip would cover the edge and it would be perfect. Problem is, this paper, like I kind of figured out at the last minute, is really not the best choice because it's a little bit thicker and heavier of a paper, and I guess the metallic finish makes it just harder, it's just less pliable. So what I'm trying to do this time on this side is I've really, really caked on the Mod Podge. And in case there's some of you out there who don't know what Mod Podge is, I just learned through my job, because I'm not really a hardcore crafter, but Mod Podge is just literally another form of glue with a different name. And it's designed to also seal whatever you glue. So you have the choice of a glossy finish or a matte finish. That is what Mod Podge is. So this seems to be working a little bit better on this side, but I've really got to work it to get the edge to stick down. I think, I almost feel like it could have been soaked in water or something, or sprayed down with water. That could have been tragic. It could have wrecked the project, I'm not sure, but this seems to be working too. We are almost done. Okay, I think that's good for now. So for the final little piece here, I'm actually going to dip this whole strip right into the container of glue. It's going to be a little bit messy, but it's helping the paper be more cooperative. Oops. Here we go. Sliding the glue all the way down. And placing it on top, right on top here. Not bad. There's the edge. This side looks much better than the first side. We are looking good. I'm going to seal it and let it dry and show you the finished result. Okay, so we have the finished result here. I've added a little vignette so you can see what it's actually going to look like. The top is actually really, really smooth. It worked out very well. I'm really excited. There's not a lot of texture with the bubbles. And then on the sides, I don't know if you can really see, it's pretty good. I'm impressed. There's a little bit of buckling in here. I'm actually going to zoom in a bit so you can see that. On the sides there. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway, end result, all in all, I'm so thrilled to have a gold and black accent table. And there you have it, guilt-free style. Recover your side table with imported fine paper.